Hi, and welcome to the Thriving Writers Show. Today on the show, I have the editor of an exciting new publication on Medium, Nicole Akers. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Hi, Frank. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's jump right into this. There's a lot of buzz going on about your publication, Publishous, and that's an interesting name. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got the idea and what made you decide to go for it?
I was on my way to the shower and it hit me before I got out of the shower that we were supposed to build this publication. So, like I said, I got out of the shower and came out, was talking to my husband as we were having breakfast, and we immediately sat down as soon as we cleared the dishes and really just started to build the website. It really took place over 3 days. We really had most of it in place. Wow. 2-3 days. Yeah. And interesting and humble beginnings, right?
Yeah. Quite, yes. But pretty fascinating for sure. Well, tell me, what does Publishous, this great idea, have to offer somebody that's a new and up-and-coming writer for their future that, say, just the ordinary publication on Medium wouldn't offer?
Oh, we offer, there's a whole website behind us, and it's really part of the passion behind this, because we're passionate about writers and about their business as writers. Writers obviously have something to say to the world, and things that we need to hear. Everyone has their own personality, their own gift, and their own voice, and it needs to be heard. So what we've been doing is we have a website behind us where we actually let writers promote themselves and their products and their programs. And that's something that is hard to come by and doesn't exist on Medium in any form that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's actually a publishing platform for some writers who really don't even have blogs in some cases, right?
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
We get to do all kinds of fun things and meet all kinds of fun people that we never would have met before.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's one thing I've loved about the past year and being in these groups is just meeting people like you and many other people who are, have something different to offer, and it's been a great thing. Been a great thing.
To know each other pretty well, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Quite well. Yeah. And we still like each other.
Yes, after all this time.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. What response were you expecting when you first launched this? And how has that changed your life?
I'm friends with some tribe writers, as you might imagine. My husband is friends with other writers, and we both know writers in other forums as well. And so we expected some of our friends to come along, and we're blown away by the response, because it's so much better than that. There are people in all kinds of places just coming forward and wanting to share their voice. And like I say, writers that a lot of them have blogs. Some of them are pretty experienced, and some don't have blogs. And it's just a really interesting variety. We have probably better than 75 contributing authors now, but wow, even more than that approved, that have already said, hey, I want to write, and just haven't sent that first piece yet. Probably double that. So, wow. And really we've been doing this, 6-8 weeks now, where this really started. And so we're, 5-6 issues in, and it's better than we ever imagined already.
Wow, that's awesome. That's some pretty incredible growth for just less than 2 months. So happy for you.
It really is.
All right, with all that activity, I want to hear some success stories. How have some of your writers really experienced some significant growth for what they've experienced before they came to write for you?
But people are already seeing some revenue from the bookstore.
Cool.
That's huge. We've all been in this forum for, really a relatively short period of time. And it's really neat that revenue is already happening. And that's happening because of the crowdsourcing. So if this is treated as a guest post and people share that with their list, we easily have right now 200,000 eyes on the website.
That's awesome.
Yes. And as we grow, that number only increases.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's great. I'm sure every one of us would love to have that many eyes on our blog, for sure.
I don't have that many on my list.
I don't either.
So I can share it, right?
Exactly.
My list for sure. That's a fantastic number. That's hard to come by.
It is. Yeah, that's the beauty of networking and crowdsourcing, for sure. All right. Well, what's the biggest thing you've learned from launching your publication?
I think it would have to be the value of relationships, because really I look at this like a workplace. Bloggers and entrepreneurs really, most of them want to monetize, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so to do that, they would want this to be their work,
Right,
right?
treat it seriously.
Yes. Workplace relationships, they really are valuable. And that's really the way I look at this, kind of like a workplace. And writers and editors, they're the coworkers. So these relationships are important because they're intertwined. So we're all responsible to make this a success. And that happens because relationships work.
Exactly, yes. And you're not just using somebody for what they can give you, but it's reciprocal. You're giving something and they're giving you something. And I think that's the way it works the best.
Yes.
All right. Well, for those who want to be in your publication, would you tell us what type of articles you're looking for?
Faith is by far the largest. I am really blown away at how much faith. Faith, wellness, writing. Frank, you're really connected with writers there.
Yes.
Mildly, right?
Right.
There's also a creative category, and that's open to writers in different areas. Sometimes that's a poem or a short story. And then all these categories are pretty broad, purposely so. And productivity is the fifth.
Those are pretty popular categories right now, and it's a great way to get the word out about what you do.
Yes. We have chosen those tags on purpose. They rank pretty well. Creative really is short story over poetry because that performs better. So all of these tags are really chosen to be functional and to get more eyes on your work.
That's a great strategy. I know it's one I preach a lot when I write my posts is, it's great that you have a message, but you've got to package it in a way that people want to receive it. And I think that's exactly what you're doing here. You spoke a lot about relationship before, but what about with the editor of a publication? what can a writer do to make that work as well for you as it does for them?
Well, it's important to have a good relationship, and we're always open to meeting new people and making new friends. The best thing you can do to help us is really to send us a clean piece, a piece that's well edited, that fits one of the categories. And if it's multifaceted, that's fine. We can, tag it more than one way. That's not a problem. But, to have a piece that at least fits one of the categories. And, it's a graphic that's royalty free. To just format your work maybe with some headings and just to give us the cleanest piece you can, because whereas we don't edit as strongly on Medium, we do edit the website for SEO and readability. Mm-hmm. So, it's not as strong an edit on Medium per se. And we make as few changes as necessary on the website. But our standard of what we're using is Yoast SEO. So we do edit and try to get a green light there,
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes on a poem that may not be possible. That's okay. We understand that. Right. Where possible, we do edit for green.
Well, cool. And when a piece is cleaner, that means you have to do less work, and that makes you happy. Right.
We can publish more. We can publish more of your work.
Right, because you're not spending all of your time cleaning it up. Right. And that's definitely important. Yeah, that's something really that's important to remember when you submit anywhere. Whether you're writing a guest post for a blog that an influencer has, or a publication like yours. It's absolutely right. The less work that you have to do, the happier you will be with the person who is submitting the piece. So. All right, next. How have the demands of being an editor, as well as an entrepreneur, changed what you do from day to day? I mean, does it change what you think about in the shower, or just what you do from breakfast to dinner? I'm sure there are some differences. Tell us what some of those are.
This is really interesting because this is all encompassing. It really it is a huge commitment, one that we are happy to give. It really has changed everything, and I would say for the better. It has opened so many doors, so many relationships, and so many introductions. And it's just a wonderful way to meet new people and to generate revenue for your books, your products. And really the crowdsourcing aspect is really cool because you get to meet people that you wouldn't otherwise meet.
Yeah, that is fun. That's lots of fun. That's why I like doing interviews, is because I get to meet a person and find out more about them, and get to share what's great about them with the world, just like we're doing today. So, all right. You talked about revenue, so I'd like to know, how do you make a publication on Medium or anywhere a profitable venture?
Well, it is possible to make some money on Medium. Medium now has the members only subscription, if you will. Mm-hmm. There are some publications that pay rather handsomely, and so it is possible. And we're still pretty new to this too. But honestly, I see the most benefit coming from the website. To generate larger dollars, that really, it happens on the website. And people are already saying that they're selling books that they weren't selling before. So that's working. I mean, even from the earliest beginnings, it's already working, and we expect that to grow wildly.
That's awesome. I think I've noticed too that a lot of publications do have a presence on the web as well as on Medium. Have you found that to be true as well?
I found that the better they rank as a Medium publication, that yes, it is multifaceted. That it's not on Medium alone, but that there is a whole other side to the publication. If you look for it, you'll find it.
Yes. Yeah. All right. And then, well, one last question for you. If someone wanted to start their own publication, then what would you say to them? What kind of advice would you give?
Network, network, network. In a nutshell, yes, you have to have friends.
Yeah.
At least some very strong acquaintances. It's the time to figure out who in your network is best gifted for your skills. It's probably past time to help them and know them really well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this has to be mutual. There has to be a give and a take. Get ready for late nights, skipped meals. I mean, come on, Frank, you know this, right? You live this.
Oh, yeah.
Much, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So, get ready for a big shift. The late nights, the skipped meals, and use that as a starting point. And get ready to grow it with your network. You can't do it alone. You have to be connected. And it's the good connections that make all the difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for an extrovert like me, making connections is fun and something I want to do all the time. In fact, I lose sleep over stuff like that because I'll be up and talking to people into the night when I should probably be sleeping. But that stuff it's like planting seeds in a garden, a garden that creates opportunities for something like what you're doing right now. So I applaud you for what you're doing, and it's been great to talk to you. Do you have any final words you want to leave with us?
I think we've covered everything, other than come write with us. If you're out there and you're not a part of this platform, there's so much happening on the website and so much potential there that come write with us. Medium is the largest doorway. Just walk right through it and come enjoy the success.
Great. And we will add everything to the page when this is posted so that you can get in touch with Publishous on Medium and on the web and find out whatever it is you need to know. Well, Nicole, thank you for coming on the show, and have a great evening.
Thank you. Same to you, Frank, and always a pleasure.
Yes, always a pleasure.